Okay guys, welcome to Vlogmas day 4, right? Yes. I think it's like kind of like official day 2. No, it's official day 4, kind of day 2. Because, I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. So, I have like literally nothing going on today. It's actually really sad and depressing and pathetic. Yeah, I don't know. I just like dropped my husband off at school because he didn't want to try and find parking. So just gonna roll that up so people can't hear me talking. Okay, and that one. Alright, super awkward. Alright. Oh gosh. Driving in a college town when it is sunny is actually the worst. I've already had a huge rant about this. I don't remember if I cut it out though. But anyways. Oh crap. Because you like, when you're editing, you're literally seeing the footage so many times that you don't kind of know what you left in and what you took out by the time it's like at its final form. But I was sitting here for a hot minute. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I just don't have anything. I dropped him off. Yeah, he didn't want to look for parking, so just thought it was easier for me to drop him off. And it kind of was. For him, I guess. So I'm just going home. Which, like, that's so boring. But, oh, news though. Kind of long-term news, I guess, but he like got officially, like, he is gonna be working with HP for his senior project, so he's not gonna be like getting paid or anything, because that's not how like the senior capstone thing works. You like, they have you, okay, you guys are probably gonna fall here. Maybe not, because I can go really slow because that Jeep was going really slow. Anyways, all right, that was awesome. Anyway, so yeah, with the capstone thing, like the students, like I think you're always working for like a company. It's not just like you doing something on your own. So you, let's see, what am I trying to say? So you don't get paid for it, basically. Like, the school just has you do like this thing that you don't get paid for. But it could turn out to be like a job for him, which would be really cool for him. Yeah. So, so he would be working at the HP campus here in Corvallis, because like they do have like actual people doing this job here too. Oh. Stuff. Oh, that is really hot. I'm gonna close that back up. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like trying not to boil myself alive, but also trying to make it so you guys can hear me all right without any wind. Yeah. So yeah, he would be working here in Corvallis if it does turn out to like turn into a job for him, like, which would be cool. He's like doing a VR thing, which I don't know. So, like, he would be, from what he said, he was like making like a tutorial thing using VR, for like the people working there, because I know it's not just like a bunch of software engineers like sitting in a circle. Oh, there's like a hidden cop right there. That was scary. I wasn't sure if he'd be able to see you guys right there. I didn't want to even risk it, so I just like knocked you down. Yeah. What was I saying? So yeah, it's not just all like software engineers that are doing coding stuff. It's like they do like hardware stuff too. Like, because I remember somebody I went to high school with coming back and visiting. Like, they had already graduated and they were like really into the video production class, and I was sitting in the video production class, and they were there visiting our teacher, because he was cool. Shout out to Mr. Vinci. Anyway, so alright, I have to roll down a window, it's so hot. Baking myself. And he was saying how he had a job at HP, but he was just like pushing a button, like on a factory line. So I guess it's like a factory too, maybe. Unless I'm thinking of maybe Intel or something. I know there's like a factory around here for like a hardware company, but I feel like it's HP because I don't think there's two around here. I don't know though. I really don't. Anyways, but yeah, in either case, it would be cool, because we'd be able to stay in Corvallis, which, like, I don't know, after moving to Tualatin, I do kind of like it there, because it's bigger, so there's more variety of stuff to do and things to eat and stuff. But I mean, Corvallis definitely has its perks. Like, it's small, so you're not dealing with a crazy amount of traffic unless you go onto the campus. Let's turn that off. I'm gonna meet you guys inside. Alright, pros for living in Corvallis. One, we're already here. It's small, so like, you're not gonna get lost. You're not gonna accidentally miss a turn on the freeway and end up in Portland. Yeah, me did that once. Oops. Good thing it's all just like one big loop, so it's not hard to get back to where you need to go, but it still is like terrifying, and I definitely almost got in a car crash. Anyways, I was saying it's closer to my mom and my sister and the beach. Definitely the beach is a big one. Yeah, we're already here. I think I already said that, which makes it super easy, because even if we needed to move, it's an in-town move, which is not that hard. I do want to move. Like, I was thinking like, oh, we could just stay in this apartment and it would be fine and it's super cheap and stuff, but like I think I said in the last one, like, this side of town has the not as good schools. Like, I don't really know what the rating system on Zillow even means, or like why one is like at a 3 and the other one's like at a 10. And like, what does that mean for an elementary school? So I'm gonna have to look into that, because just even like staying here until we have enough money to like buy a place would be a lot better than moving across town, spending probably twice as much for something basically equivalent, just with better schools. And we'd probably have to be paying utilities at a different place, because here we don't, because of the solar panels. So I don't even think we pay water, because that's covered by the landlord, because that's pretty typical if you don't have in-unit laundry, and we don't have any in-unit laundry or a dishwasher, so we don't pay water, we don't pay power. We pay $40 for power, and that's just like a utility service fee. It's not even like, it's just for like being hooked up to the grid, but since we don't use any of the power off the grid, it's so cheap. I think the only thing we're really paying for is our phones and the internet. We don't even pay for garbage, because in Oregon, I think it's in Oregon, you like, or maybe, I feel like in Oregon, or maybe it's just in Portland, you're like, the landlord has to pay for garbage, but it might just be, I don't know if it's all of Oregon or just Portland. I don't know, I'd have to look into that. Anyways, so yeah, if he does get a job there, that would be cool. But then also Portland's kind of cool because they have so many things, so many places to shop, so many, the Fred Meyer there, the food, oh my god, the food, like, it's ridiculous. Here, the Fred Meyer has nothing. Like, there's these kimchi, like, instant ramen noodles that I cannot find here, and I'm so upset. And like, the freaking Japanese markets and all of the instant noodles, like, just walls and walls and walls of instant noodles, and I'm just so sad because like I'm down to like nothing, and I gave my last kimchi noodles to somebody else, and I'm very sad about it because I should have just kept them, but I was like, oh, that was weird. But I'm like, no, I can't. So anyways, I could probably just order them online. Also, I'll look into that. I'm never gonna do it. I hate ordering things online. I don't know why. I'm just weird about it. I prefer to like, I'm definitely like a very tactile kind of person. I like going and touching things. I think that's why I like velvet. I was gonna show you my velvet pillows, but they are, it's like behind that gray one. I haven't put my couch into a couch yet today. I have to read some homework. You want to see what my homework I'm working on? I was gonna show you the computer screen, but how freaking lame would that be? Just like flipping my camera and pointing at a computer screen. I can show you. So this is my textbook, and it's actually really nice. So it's like, oh, I got some gunk on it. That's awesome. But this is the one that was stuck inside the mailbox that I was telling you guys about. But I put a note in the outgoing mail that like begging them for my textbook, and they gave it to me at my door. So, but it's got like this beautiful photography of Oregon in it, like all throughout it, and like rocks and stuff. So I think this is gonna be like the first textbook that I have that's gonna be like a cool like coffee table book that I can just like, you know, have on the coffee table. People can flip through it. Because I'm not even sure it was like specifically like supposed to be just like a textbook. There's like classic Oregon imagery, Haystack Rock. Which one's that one? Oh, it's Astoria. There's something from where I'm from. Silver Falls, the Dalles. There's so much I really want to see, and I've never been to a lot of these places. Is that what I think it is? No, it's not, but it's close. Anyway, I could get all gushy and look at Oregon, pictures of Oregon for the rest of my life. Like, I love this state so much. It's weird because I've always really wanted to move to Seattle, but I don't know, I kind of forget that it's not in Oregon sometimes. I think I've been there. Oh yeah, that's in Newport. Okay, there you go. So that is where I'm from. That dock washed up on the beach where I'm from. So it was, does it say where? Yeah, it doesn't say where it washed up, but yeah, it washed up in Newport, Oregon, at Agate Beach, I think it was. Yeah, that's the northern beach, just behind Walmart. And they have a piece of it down on the bayfront that you can like go and touch and stuff and get radiation poisoning and whatnot. But yeah, that's so cool. I actually tried to walk to it, but it was such a long walk, I don't think I actually made it. But yeah, that was really cool. Like, I mean, it was awful what happened, obviously. But it was neat to have like a little piece of like that other side of the ocean. Like, even if like the reason that it washed up was kind of, or was actually completely awful and devastating and like terrible. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. It's like cool to have seen it, but also that like stress that the earthquake was devastating and terrible, and like I'm so scared of like the big one. I've had nightmares about it since I was 6 when I saw a documentary and they were like within 2 years, and then so when I turned 8 years old I remembered that documentary and I was like, oh no, and I had this friend who lived in Newport, like in South Beach, so they're like in the flood zone if there was a tsunami, and I could hear like the buoys, like, you know, like that sound that like ding ding that they make. I could hear it from her room, and I just had a complete meltdown, and I made her dad take me home, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I can't spend the night at your house anymore. Like, I'm so scared. Like, you can come to my house and I'll come during the day, but like I can't. Even like when I finally did start spending the night at her house again, I would insist on sleeping on the top bunk, because it was like, well, the top bunk is higher up, so that's how kid minds work. But anyways, yeah. Thankfully she moved to Waldport and was higher up, and so I would go and spend the night there all the time and not be so scared. Anyways. I'm still like, they say that if it were to happen, it would happen at probably like early morning to like 9 in the morning is like the most likely time. But like, could they even predict that at all? They have no idea. But anyway, there is this really cool place in Newport called Beverly Beach. Here, I'm gonna do some research on it real fast and then I'll tell you what I'm gonna say, because I want to make sure that I'm right about it before I go and spouting my mouth off and saying the wrong thing. But okay, so I was gonna say there's these trees in Beverly Beach, and I thought that their roots were exposed for a second. Like, I was like, oh, it's because of the tsunami that went through there and it like washed away the dirt, but then I was like, no, that's not how that works. And I remember, and I was like, okay, I gotta look this up and remember like why they're like that. So they had, when they would log the trees back in the day, the loggers would leave really tall stumps, and then trees would grow on top of the stumps, and like the roots would go down, and like, and eventually the old stump would decay away and would leave like these huge, like crazy looking like tree legs with like holes and stuff underneath of them. So you can go to the giant spruce tree in Cape Perpetua, which is down towards like Yachats and Florence, I think. Not quite, it's like in between, like, it's like right past Yachats, I want to say, or like right before it. It's around in there, but it's like this really cool state park called Cape Perpetua. If you ever want to go there, it's a lot of the pictures of what is it, Devil's Spout, I think is what it's called. It's not the Devil's Punch Bowl, is it? Ah crap, now I need to look that up. But anyways, yeah, Beverly Beach has these really cool ones, and they I guess they call them octopus trees. But I think the reason I was getting it mixed up is because when they did have the tsunami there, it was like, apparently it was like 50 years ago, and it's like a couple of people died, but it was like a small one. But like if you're in Beverly Beach and you ever like the campground, you can definitely see why like somebody could definitely get caught in there and like not survive, because it's like it could turn into a lagoon very easily. But no, it did expose like really old root systems from like trees from like way long time ago. There's like this really big one that's like right under the bridge, almost like right next to the bridge, so you have to go under the bridge to get out to like the actual beach of Beverly Beach from like the campground. And like you'll pass, like there's like a yurt, and then there's like the like root thing that they have sitting there that has like a little plaque, so that's cool. Here, Cape, no, I don't know how to spell Cape. Keep trying to, oh yeah, okay, so it's, yeah, it's by Yachats, and it's got like this thing that's like really highly photographed. Yeah, there's a giant spruce tree. It's Devil's Churn, is that what it is? There's a really cool shelter. There's like this, you can see like the foundation of like, I think it's like an old bar or an old inn from like way back in the day, because this is one of those places that like you know, in the, when, like during the Great Depression, they had like people making like trails for like state parks and stuff. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but it's from that era. So it's like not even that old, I guess, but still. Oh, Civilian Conservation Corps, yeah. So. And this is like this is where we always went hiking when I was little. Thor's Well, that's what it is. Okay, so I never went to Thor's Well. We always went to Devil's Churn, because there's this trail that you take, and you'll see that thing, it's only the foundation left of this building that's from like I'm saying, I guess it wasn't really that long ago, but it felt really old when I was little. And it's just like really cool to be like, it was like, you know, ancient ruins for like a little kid. But you go like past that, and then there's like this tunnel to go under Highway 101, and then you have like two choices. You can go down to Devil's Churn or over to Thor's Well. And we always went to Devil's Churn because it just sounded cool for, well, once again, the little kids were like, the devil. And I didn't know what Thor was, so. But Thor's Well is like super photographed, like all over Instagram. But yeah, it's one of those things, and like it always looks like crazy cool on Instagram, but then you like get there and you're like, oh, it's just a hole in the ground. At least the devil's churn, like it like shoots up and stuff, water. But anyways, yeah, the spouting horn. Wait, what? I don't know. Now I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, devil's churn. Occasionally, it just has like spouts of water, which is cool. But yeah, it's a really, really cool place. You're gonna have to look it up. Cape Perpetua. If you just start typing that in, just like Oregon, Yachats, Cape Perpetua, you'll find it. Oh god, I'm just like all burpy because I had to chug my coffee. So yeah, now I have to learn about the geology of Oregon using this Living with Thunder. And I guess I'm learning about the Precambrian, I have to do Precambrian and Cambrian. I have to read 4 chapters today. At least it's stuff I'm actually like kind of interested in. Like geology's always been a little bit like cool for me, but then I like didn't really think about the fact that like it also had to do with like earthquakes and stuff, and that might be something that we would talk about. And so like I was like, oh yeah, rocks, and I was like, oh crap, earthquakes, because that's like definitely one of my like anxiety triggers is like it's natural disasters more than anything, but being a West Coaster, earthquakes are a big one for us. So, and it's not something you can run away from like with a wildfire. Like if you just pay really good attention to like the authorities and stuff, you can probably get away from it no problem. Just like drive away, even like before there's like actually a real evacuation if you're like that scared like I am. But earthquakes you can't like run away from. That's the whole earthquaking. So anyways. Alright. I don't know if I'm gonna get back on here, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh gosh, my hair looks so crazy. I need to go take a shower. Anyways, so I didn't get back on. So, obviously, since the next day I'm wearing different clothes for once. Anyways. What am I saying? Stop looking at myself. If you want to see where I got this super cute cardigan, look at this. Very, very cute color. Very fall. Come back tomorrow. If you want to come back tomorrow to see that, it helps to hit the subscribe button, you know, and then maybe you'll get a notification. So yeah, and we can be friends, you know. Why do I do that? I don't know. I'm cute. Reminds me of my husband's been trying to get me to watch more anime, and so we went and watched the My Hero Academia movie, and so I had to get caught up to like the point where like the movie is, and there's this like character who's like a seal man, and he's always trying to be really cute, but he's like too buff to be cute, and I feel like that's like I'm like trying to be cute, but I'm too old and debilitated to be cute. Anyways, anyway, what am I saying? Yes, subscribe if you want to come back and see this cardigan and want to be friends, and like it if you made it this far, because you must like it if you made it this far. Okay, goodbye.